There once was a ladybug who was swept into a storm drain while taking a walk. She struggled to climb out but couldn't with her little legs. Just when she was about to give up hope, she saw something amazing. An otter poked his head out of the water and held a little stick. He used the stick to help the ladybug climb out. Once free from the storm drain, the otter placed the ladybug on a leaf and pushed it toward a field full of flowers. In today's video, we're going to learn an important lesson from this kind otter. But before we begin, remember to hit the like button for a better tomorrow. Our story begins with a ladybug who lived in a big garden. She loved spending time with her friends and family, having picnics and playing hide and seek among the tall blades of grass. The garden was full of all kinds of plants and flowers. There were bushes with yummy berries and trees with sweet apples. It was truly a magical place to live. One day, while she was enjoying a picnic with her friends, our ladybug saw a beautiful red apple on one of the branches above them. She had never seen anything like it before. The apple looked so juicy and delicious. The ladybug couldn't resist the temptation to go take a closer look. As she flew closer to the apple, she noticed a small crack on its surface. As she flew inside, she found a little hole just big enough for her to crawl through. With great excitement, she crawled through the hole and found herself inside the apple. It was even more delicious on the inside. The ladybug started eating and drinking, and soon she felt very sleepy. She found a cozy corner to rest her head and went to sleep. When she woke up, the first thing she saw was a bunch of teeth right above her. Before she knew what was happening, she got caught inside the tooth of a hungry bird. The bird flew away with the ladybug still stuck inside its mouth. The ladybug struggled to free itself, but the bird kept flying higher and higher, making it harder and harder for her to breathe. Suddenly, the bird turned around and headed straight for a nearby tree. It opened its mouth, and the ladybug managed to escape and land on a leaf. She was scared and exhausted. She sat on the leaf for a moment, trying to catch her breath. She looked around and realized she was deep inside the forest. She didn't recognize any of the plants around her. The ladybug started to cry. She missed her home and her family. Just then, she heard some footsteps near her. She looked down and saw a tiny pair of feet. She quickly hid under the leaf, hoping not to be seen. A small otter emerged from behind a log. He looked around curiously and then sat down on a nearby rock. He took a deep breath and closed his eyes, enjoying the peaceful surroundings. The ladybug couldn't help but admire the otter. He seemed so calm and content despite being alone in the forest. She wondered if he, too, missed his home and family. The otter opened his eyes and looked around. He noticed the leaf shaking slightly and decided to investigate. He carefully approached the leaf and peeked underneath. When he saw the ladybug, he smiled and said, "Hello there, little one. What's your name?" "My name is Lucy," replied the ladybug. "And where are my manners? You're probably hungry and tired after your long journey. Let me take you home." "Oh, thank you so much," said the ladybug, "but I don't know the way back. I got lost while running from a hungry bird." The otter nodded understandingly. "Don't worry, I'll help you find your way home," he promised. The otter stood up and walked to a nearby stream. He dipped his nose in the water and drank a few sips. Then he turned to Lucy and said, "Hop on my back, little one. I'll carry you home." The ladybug happily climbed onto the otter's back and wrapped her legs around his neck. They started walking through the forest, and the otter carried her over fallen logs and around tall trees. The ladybug couldn't believe how strong and agile the otter was. She marveled at his ability to navigate the forest with ease. After a while, the otter stopped and looked around. "This is as far as I can take you," he said. "From here, you'll have to find your own way home." Lucy thanked the otter for his help and said goodbye. As she looked around, she realized that she was in a completely different part of the forest. All the trees and plants looked unfamiliar to her. She was truly lost. Lucy started to panic and cried out for help. "Help me, please," she called out. "I'm lost and I don't know the way home." Suddenly, she heard a loud voice booming through the forest. "Who's there? Who's making all the noise?" Lucy looked up and saw a grumpy badger standing in front of her. "It's me, Lucy," she said timidly, "and I'm lost. Can you help me find my way home?" The badger crossed his arms and glared at her. "Why should I help you?" he snapped. "Well, because I'm lost and I don't want to be in this forest anymore," Lucy replied. The badger sighed and shook his head. "You humans are all the same," he grumbled, "always causing trouble and expecting others to clean up your mess." Lucy was taken aback by his harsh words. She had never met such a rude creature before. "I'm sorry if I upset you, Mr. Badger," she said, "but I really need your help." "Humph, fine." The badger finally relented. "I'll help you find your way home, but don't expect me to do this out of the goodness of my heart." He turned and started walking through the forest, and Lucy followed behind him. The badger led her through a maze of trees and bushes, and Lucy couldn't help but feel grateful for his help. After a while, the badger stopped and turned to Lucy. "This is as far as I'll take you," he said. "You're almost home now. Just follow the path ahead and you'll find your way." Lucy thanked the badger for his help and promised to never forget his kindness. She waved goodbye and continued on her way. As she walked, she couldn't help but feel proud of herself. She had faced many challenges on her journey, but she had overcome each one with courage and determination. She thought about the otter and the badger, who had helped her along the way. She realized that even though they were different from her, they had shown her kindness and compassion. Suddenly, she heard a familiar sound. She turned around and saw the ocean in the distance. She smiled, knowing that she was finally home. As Lucy flew back to her home in the garden, she couldn't help but think about the journey she had been on. She had experienced the kindness of strangers, the power of friendship, and the importance of never giving up hope. She shared her stories with her friends and family, and they were amazed by her bravery and determination. From that day on, Lucy was known throughout the garden as the bravest ladybug of them all. She never forgot the lessons she had learned on her journey, and she always tried to help others whenever she could. And so, thanks to her journey, Lucy became not only the bravest, but also the wisest and most compassionate ladybug in the whole garden. And that is all for our story today. Did you enjoy watching it? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to learn more about the brave otter, watch the next video. See you next time.